What's up, fam? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Today I want to touch on the situation with T.I.'s son, King, and I guess perhaps T.I. himself. Now, if you don't know, a few days ago, T.I.'s son, King, was arrested for undisclosed reasons. But it was a big brouhaha because, he's the son of T.I., famous rapper, probably one of the best rappers, entertainers, popular entertainers, in the history of rap up until this point. He's also, I think he's dove into comedy recently. But anyway, T.I.'s son was arrested. Actually was arrested. He said that for undisclosed reasons. He in the video that was posted, him and some other young lady, she thinks she got arrested too or got tickets, I don't know, but she had like a violation for not having a seatbelt, and then he said he had like 4 violations, but again, he didn't say what they were. So I want to talk about this situation because I feel it's something we have to get into as it needs to be discussed no matter what as parents. That parenting, man, is a hard job. It's a 24-hour job raising children, and then when they're grown, they still need your support, whether they like it or not, or whether they believe it or not, and whether you believe it or not. They're still going to need support from you, because you are, depending on what type of parent you are, you are in the place that they want to be. And so it's up to us as parents to guide our children as best as we can in the right way in order for them to avoid some of the pitfalls we went through. But I believe we as parents have done it. I think we do it wrong sometimes, and we don't realize it till it's too late. But before I get too deep, let me get into the story, and then I'll give my take on everything and show you where I'm going with this. So this is from Hip Hop DX, and it says, quote, T.I. on his son King being arrested. He said his ass going to prison if he keep this ish up. So it's not like he going to prison. He probably, whatever the charges were, just by that sentence alone, he probably ain't gonna do no bad time, But the sentence also shows that this young brother has probably been doing a lot of things lately that T.I. fears that's gonna cause him to get caught up in the system, and that he don't want that. But it said T.I. had issued a very stern warning for his son following his recent arrest. In an Instagram live on Friday, which was September 2nd, T.I. laid some ground rules for his followers while also admitting he's done everything he can for King as far as his behavior goes. Small request: stop hitting me, getting in my comments telling me what to tell King, the Atlanta rapper began. I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmas, his ass is going to prison. If he keep this ish up, his ass is going to prison. So can nobody stop it but him? I've already made my peace with it because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out. Okay, and that's what I want to touch on. We can sit here, and other parents, they can vouch for what I'm about to say. We can tell our children what to do and how to live till we blue in the face, until the cows come home, as we say down here in the South. But number one, kids are gonna live their own life, just like you lived your own life. They got their own mind. They're trying to think. They're trying to grow. And this young brother, I think he's like 18, so he's still, most high willing, he still has a long way to go. a lot of life to live. So he's young. He's going to make mistakes. And one thing I've always told my kids and any other kid is that you're going to make mistakes or bad choices in life. Just pray and hope that you can live through those mistakes, to be able to actually tell your kids and any other kids what you did, what happened, and how to avoid the pitfalls. Because there are some people who made choices and they didn't survive, or they lost their freedom over silly choices, or being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes some things you can't avoid, so it's best if you can control a situation. It's best to control that situation by doing what you're supposed to do. Because sometimes you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. If let's say you got a history of getting in trouble, little petty stuff, but then the one time you didn't do nothing, but you was there in the vicinity, they're gonna accuse you from the jump. So then now you're gonna holler, this is racist, this is police brutality, this is discrimination. But it's like, dude, if you have a history of things, and I'm not talking about King because I don't know the brother, but I mean, if you had a history of doing things, then they're gonna jam you up first. I mean, it's just the law of the land. You just can't avoid it. But like I said, we can tell kids what to do till we're blue in the face, but they're gonna make their own choices, and it's our job to be there to allow them to make choices, allow them to make mistakes, but also be there to catch them sometimes. Sometimes, you understand what I'm saying? Not all the time. I think that's what T.I. is pretty much saying, is that he's had the talks, probably played with his son to do the right thing. And from my standpoint, I don't think the dude should be, because I've seen some of the videos he make, even in his post here, in his Instagram, Twitter posts. He does using a lot of profanity for a boy who's 17, 18 years old, out in public, to have two parents that allow him to do that. So it lets me know that, they let him get away and let him do a lot of stuff. Probably feel entitled that he can do it, so he probably feel that he's invincible. But although we can tell our children what to do, the best way to teach your kids is by example. Now, T.I. said he understands his son because he was that energy. The thing about that is, we know T.I. done rapped about selling drugs. He's been in the news about, went to jail for gun charges, being sued and arrested. I don't know if he was arrested, but I know something brought up about some women say that him and his wife were doing things inappropriate to her when she was a minor, and this is a known thing, and how they even tried to involve Nelly into it and stuff. So it's not only that the guy has a history, his history has been plastered on front page news for damn near 2 decades. So he can't hide his past from nobody. So when you got a boy, or let's just say a child, period, that wants to be like you because you have even have a thing about where he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. over Tiny and stuff. So what I'm saying, the things that you do is in public. The world see it, so you can't hide it from your kids. Which means, like I say, if you got a kid a son, most likely he wants to be like, he's gonna follow your footsteps, even though he can try to rebel and all that. And like I say, we all know this as parents, and because we've been kids. Even myself, I know when you get 13, 14, you start feeling yourself. You try to thinking you the big man. You done got taller than your dad. I don't know if this boy that tall, but you done got taller than your daddy, or bigger than your dad, and you think, you the man of the house and stuff like that. But that man got old man strength. He ain't playing no games with you. He ain't got time to play with you. You shoot. Well, you just not. So you trying to become the alpha male of the house, but you have no alpha male, skins on the wall. You still ain't paying no bills. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going out there working, taking care of nobody. You still are you still a dependent. So you really have no say so. But your hormones are telling you otherwise, that you need to be out doing your own thing. So now you need to be your own person. So you can go either way as a kid, but depending on the role models that you have, most likely is going to determine how that kid is going to react, especially at a young age. Now, when he get older, you know what I'm saying, Most High willing, I feel that he may tone down like his father seems to have done. Because like his father said, he was that energy, but now, you know, I guess he's a different person. But I don't think, don't get it twisted. I think like I said, I believe that if it came down to it, he gonna handle his own. He ain't gonna back down. It don't mean he like no punk or nothing like that. It's just that he ain't gotta be so aggressive. He ain't gotta be so flamboyant and out there, showing his ass. Cause he knows now, he's a man. He done, what I'm saying, he's a grown man. He's still a man. He can do pretty much what he want to, when he want to, how he want to. He ain't gotta put his stuff all out there in the streets like that. But his son hasn't been through that yet. His son doesn't understand the game just yet. So that's where the issue is, and the problem is too, they're public figures now, which means that everybody gonna see it, so it's gonna be multiplied that much more, and that's why T.I. is asking everybody to chill out, and it's like, because everybody got an opinion, like myself, about what's going on and what T.I. needs to do and all that stuff for his boy. T.I. felt he done everything he can for his boy, and maybe he has, but again, kids learn from watching more than they learn from listening. I can say myself now, no, I was not no dude heavy in the streets. I won't say that, and I won't say I was a complete square either. But I can say that, I can say enough to say that anything that I did growing up, even as a young adult in my early 20s, early to mid 20s, my children don't know about it. Actually, most people don't know about it. Anything I did, high school, junior high and on up, most of the people who know me don't know. And I'm talking about even parents, sister, everybody. Nobody, but my kids don't know much about me. They've heard maybe bits and pieces every now and then. They look shocked, when they hear it, like, what? But it's like, you got to play crazy, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because stuff like that tweaks a child's interest. They want to know about the bad side. They want to know, that's what, I got daughters, so it's like, I don't want my daughters, following the bad boy. So I don't want them to think that their dad was even anything close to a bad boy. They, people ask me, man, I was a square, went to school every day, went to church, sung in the choir. That's it. Went to school, got me a square job, and went back to college, got a degree now, making decent money, paying taxes, and everything is fine. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Always have been, always will be. And that's all I need to know. Because my thing is, I realized that I had to be an example. Because with my kids, it's like you teach them, I tell them over and over again, hey, do this, get the grades, go to school, see travel the world, go, get you a degree, whatever the case, do something to make money. Now I wish I would have, kind of put in, if you meet a nice young man, look for this, which I do, I always did, but I think, so I don't want them to get too old. But we got to understand, the thing about that is we can't wait till they get too old to start saying, hey, go find you a boyfriend or a husband. They don't have to do it when they're young, so they won't be like older, and then be looked at it like an old maid once they get like in their 40s and stuff, and they not married or not have no kids and stuff like that, so because I think that's one thing I think we did wrong with the kids, but again, that's a different story. But like I said, telling them to go to school, education is important, being able to support yourself is important. But I also realized that I had to be the example, because when they was when my oldest daughter was born, I was young. First, I wasn't working, and then I went and worked at Walmart for a little while. Then I went to a warehouse and stayed that same damn warehouse for like over 10 years. Then it got to a point to where I'm like, man, I can't do this forever. I said, I got kids and they gonna want stuff, and they getting more expensive the older they get for some doggone reason. And shoot, I'm thinking, oh man, they might want to go to college. What I'm gonna do with this little old warehouse job making $13 an hour, been here 10 years. So I took my butt back to school. Still was in their life, doing things like I was supposed to as a father, whether me and their mother was together or not. I went back to school and got my degree in everything with the family. But I tell them, hey, you do it while you alone. I mean, you go and see the world while you're single and you don't have kids, no responsibilities but yourself. Anything you need, you let me know, I got you. But you got to do it this way. And like I said, I knew I needed to be an example. So that's one reason that I went back to school, to do what I'm doing now. So now I can be that living example, so they can see that the dad just wasn't talking one way and living another. So whether T.I. was telling his son, do the right thing, this and the third, it's harder to teach these kids about doing the right thing when they see something different. Even though, you got a good heart and you feel you're doing what needs to be done, there's an element that's missing and backwards. What the Bible say, train the child. What they say, train a child the way they should go, and they will not soon depart from it, or something like that. So basically, it's like kids gonna make mistakes, kids gonna do stupid stuff. And when I say kids, up until about 25. They say the brain doesn't really start to get it until you get about 25. So kids gonna do dumb things, but if you show an example always of doing the right thing, when they get older, they'll start to understand completely what you was talking about, why you were saying what you were saying, why you were doing what you were doing, and they will go towards that to do the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I feel may have been missing with this guy. But again, like I say, he's only 18, so he has, like I say, time. But hopefully, like I say, T.I., he said, he talks to him, like he said, nobody can stop him but him, and that's true. Nobody can tell this young man, nobody can make this young man do anything that he don't want to do until he's ready for it. And that's what we got to realize as parents. Like I say, parenting is hard. There's no book. I don't give a damn who writes a book. I don't give a damn who said who's a perfect parent, all that kind of stuff. There's book on. Because rich people got badass kids too. People that ain't got money got bad kids and good kids too. So it's just a crapshoot. Now, if you do it the right way, because nothing is 100%, but if you do things the right way as best as you can, your odds of everything coming out right, or at least on the right side, increases. Period. Okay, let's finish this up. Let's see. It said King, still quoting T.I., said King is a good kid, chasing after the wrong stuff. He continued, I trust in God to deal with it the way he sees fit. It ain't really ish. He done got all the whoopings. He done got all the punishments. He done got all the things as a child you can do to him. So now he's going to have to go through it and get through it. Ain't nothing me, his mama, or anybody else going to be able to say about it. And that's true. See, like I say, he done got whoopings, got punishment. But again, it's like I say, each individual is different. But if you want to kind of increase your kids' chances of not getting in so much trouble, like I said, you have to be that living example. Somebody has to in the household. I know it's probably harder with boys because they're looking up to their dads as an inspiration. He added, but I'm loving him all the way through whatever he is going through, but he's going to learn his lesson. Life gonna teach him all the lessons he needs to know. So I know, you know what, and I know it's probably hurting T.I. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the persona. He got, you know, he's a man. He's a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? But seeing your kids go through it, man, nobody want to see their kids go to jail. I don't give a damn who you are. You know, if you're a good parent, if you got any kind of moral sense of being a parent, you don't want to see nothing bad happen to your kids, no matter what. You want to see your kids flourish and be successful and, you know, stay out of trouble. That's it. But a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, that don't happen all the time. But it doesn't have to be the end all or be all, you feel me? It said an 18-year-old who celebrated his birthday on August 25th was arrested on Wednesday, September 1st for an unspecified reason. In videos uploaded to his Instagram stories, he was seen sitting next to a female friend going over their respective violations. While the unidentified female says she received a violation for not wearing a seatbelt, King announces he received 4. I know it's not 4 for seatbelts. In another video, while taking a bubble bath, he agreed with people he shouldn't be getting arrested, while at the same time jabbing at the critics. Quote, "Y'all right," he wrote. "We too rich for the ish. I agree," followed by 2 laughing emojis. "I'm sorry that a MF caught me while I was on my way to vacation. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing what a young Ian supposed to do. I ain't want to be there." Well, see, brother, you rich. You got hella money. Really, the stuff that you doing, you really don't have to be doing. So I think it's more of a, like I say, trying to find himself. Which again, he's young. That's what you expect. And hopefully he grow out of this sooner than later. Cause like I say, man, that boy, like I said, that boy don't want to, he don't want to make a life of prison. Because you can have all the money in the world, still go to prison. I mean, look at your boys like C Murder. I mean, I don't know, like guilty or not, he had a persona. And I mean, and there's like evidence that he done got into some, you know, some scraps with some people, or you know what I'm saying, before the incident that got him put away. And like I say, you have all the money in the world. Say he had an apartment in the projects and stuff, but his brother's like, look, he said, brother said, you know, I tried to be an example. Get out the hood, try to tell him, get out the hood, can't live this life, gotta do something different. But see, he still want to hang around his boys, still had loyalty. He didn't have loyalty. Well, I ain't gonna say didn't have loyalty, but he changed. He had a little more loyalty for himself and his family, his kids. And you see, one of them is out of prison, one of them is in prison. And then the brother Silk, you don't hear nothing about him. If he ain't rapping, you ain't heard nothing about him. So you see, he's staying behind the cut, just doing this thing. So he added to end this out, everybody that says N-words trying to be gangster, I ain't asked for the police to pull me over. Y'all BAN. Yeah. Like I said, he got a little growing to do, and that's fine. You know, but like I said, I'm not gonna jump on. When I first heard the story, you know, I was like everybody else, why this dude, you know, this dude got all his money, Penna got all his money. Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting like he a tough guy? I mean, why he using language, you know, with 2 C's on the end, you know, to showing like gang affiliation? These feds and these police don't play. And now you got a DA out there who definitely looking at you and your gang affiliations and ain't playing with you brothers no more. So, brother really needs to get somewhere and sit down. Really do. Because this, but like I said, he playing a dangerous game right now out there, especially in Georgia. But anyway, I wish nothing but the best for Young King and T.I. and his whole family. Hope the brother come out of this, you know, on top, in doing the right thing. Not talking about free Pookie and Ray Ray because they out here robbing and killing people. No, I'm talking about free this brother's mind so he can learn lessons and do right by himself and do right by his family. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, tell me what you think about it. Leave the comments below. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.